Alright guys, welcome back. So it has been a while since we have talked about this Carvana stock. So today the stock is down 10%, $317 level. In the past five, maybe more actually, in the past like 10 trading sessions, maybe I want to say, this stock has been trading below its 50-day moving average. If you take a look at this volatility right here, where pretty much it slipped a bit of a relief bounce, came back down to test that level of 325 or 326 I was watching, went back to test it 50-day, almost got there, and then today big move down, and it is approaching its 200-day moving average, which is $294 level. So what I'm watching for this stock from here, if you go back, I mean, I have talked about this one for a lot of times now. So if you go back to my channel, or we started becoming bullish when the stock started squeezing, 2023 June, 50 target, 70 target, pump and dump, squeeze to 100, bears in trouble, 128, 167%, 160, 120. These are last times I talked about in the beginning of the year, at the end of last year, and in March, where I was bearish, saying that this year probably this stock could go much lower. So year to date, Carvana is 56% higher. But what I want to bring up to your attention here is the price hasn't done much. If you just take a look at this box right here where we are trading, so essentially we are still at the levels from June, where it's been pretty much in this big range. Anytime it just melts up, even overshoot on this earnings, got sold off and then grind its way back up, and then sellers showing up again. So now by looking at this chart, okay, so 200-day very pivotal, but for me this area 285, okay, this is the high from earlier year where we sold off pretty hard. This is when I talked about the stock last time, and I thought if it stayed below 50-day, it could have gone much lower, all the way to $87. But again, if you go back to my Twitter, same thing. I'm like, yo, you don't want to short something that is going up. You short it when it cracks. And I have these all over my Twitter. I was just pulling it up, saying even, yo, the stock could go even to 300, 400, 500, and as high as it got 413. I was watching this trend where if it could have gotten back above, I mean, sure, we could have had some overshoot, but last time looks like overshoot was this earnings report, and ever since we have their earnings coming up 29th of October. So I want to show two things. Very first thing is these clusters, large orders that were coming in the last like 3-4 months, beginning from June. So 500, number 4 right there, you can see at 359, August 25th, 538 million order. And then you can see right there, number 5, 480 million. Number 8 is somewhere around 344. And then number 13, 292. And insiders as well, they were pretty much dumping in summer. So I don't like to look at these, like I know they're selling every single day, but I like to look at it here, insider trading volume. If you take a look at it, okay, so this is the price action, and these are the volumes, selling volumes, in dollar volumes, okay? So in July, they sold almost 700 million. So if you just pull it right there, 687 million, June 334 million, 195 million, in August 389 million, and September, October volume got reduced because they see that if they're going to put too much of a pressure, I mean, the stock will go significantly down. But I don't know how much he has left, but you can just take a look at it here. Total shares, how much he's selling. Garcia, total shares, if we go all the way maybe earlier, from 500 last year in August, no, actually in August somewhere, 580,000. Right now, Garcia 3 has 350 million, and Garcia 2, where is he last time? Where did he file? But it doesn't matter actually. Okay, we're talking about, so it looks like Garcia 2 10% owner, so they don't have any shares left, so they have sold it out or what? But that's not my point. I have seen this guy, I mean, I have been following Carvana ever since I listed my car in 2000, not with Carvana, but in Seattle there was a thread.com or something like that in 2020 something, or 2019, 2020. I was trying to sell my car, and it was an expensive car, and I had to use their service. And that's when I started watching Carvana. And I traded the stock back in 2020 all the way to 20 bucks. From 20, this stock went all the way to 358. It took quite some time for the stock to top. This is when I saw this, basically the CEO was pretty much dumping crazy on Finviz. I'm not going to be able to see it because they don't show me this far of a data, but he was doing exact same thing right here. He was doing identical price action, and 2025 is looking like 2021 to me personally. So if you take a look at 2025, this is the price action. I mean 2021. Stock goes sideways, has big rally, pulls back, closes the year almost like slightly negative, maybe even flat. But the backside comes in the following year when we had the bear market, where stock basically dumped all the way to 20 bucks and then $3. And when it was hovering around $20, the SEO started, I mean, the insiders started buying. They started buying crazy. Stock pops, they don't sell. Stock goes down all the way to 3 bucks. I don't remember them buying crazy, but they bought crazy amounts right around $20 levels. I mean, if you can check it yourself somewhere if you have access to those kind of like buyers and buy and sells. So my point is, if 2025, this year, you see the stock pretty much below 200-day moving average. We have October, so November, December, year is going to be over. Okay, so if within these 2 months the stock hovers around 200-day moving average, maybe even cracks this 200-day moving average. Let me pull up the 200-day moving averages. Let's just go back to 2021. I am pretty much thinking that we are somewhere here. So it's September, October, so today October 22nd. I think we are somewhere here. This pattern, I mean, we have seen it already. I mean, I think it doesn't have to play out one-to-one, but in my opinion, if you see Carvana finish this year weak below its 200-day moving average, I'm showing you 2021 price action for October, November, December, essentially. If you're gonna see, and red line on my chart is 200-day moving average, yellow is 50-day moving average. Yellow started downtrending and it went in a choppy zone, and then you saw the real demolishment come in the first half of the year, where stock essentially went from 230 bucks to essentially 90% drop in 5 months. I'm not saying that this stock has to come crushing down, but I think this stock doesn't belong to these valuations. PE forward 49 times. I don't know market cap on, I mean, on Finviz, it's $68 billion. On my Thinkorswim, it's saying 44 billion. So you have to double check with other third party what's the actual market capitalization. But even if it's if I take the low end 44 billion, I don't think this company is worth anywhere near that price action. I mean the price level. So the point is, I'm gonna be watching if on this earnings report, if this stock doesn't, I mean, if it hovers around these 200-day moving averages and doesn't crack below 280, for some sort of a choppiness and maybe flushy move going into the end of the year, just like it has done in 2021, and pretty much the big move will come. So again, just like I have kept tweeting, you never short it when it's going up. You short it when it cracks. So you don't have to be early in order to capitalize on the backside. But I think this stock will present pretty good opportunity on the backside. So far, yeah, I'm watching this little volatility right here where pretty much every move is getting dumped. So if they report earnings right there, well, you know CarMax reported earnings and it didn't look good and pretty much stock gapped down. Can Carvana gap down? Sure, it can. If it gaps down, sure, it will be on watch to the downside, 100%. But even if it gaps up, I will still be watching the stock to the downside and pretty much look to fade the stock essentially. So short volume is significantly lower than it was in previous years. Only 9% of the float is short. So all the shorts that got squeezed, they took the price up, okay? And this is their revenue. This is when the turnaround happened. So now any stalling right here going forward, I don't know what they're going to report, but we all know that we're all not running into buying like brand new cars and just pretty much trying to fix. I mean, I have been to a dealership that I serviced my car for a while. He's like, yeah, there are a lot of people here even just replacing the whole engine of the car, but they're not trying to buy a new car. So I don't know what they're going to report honestly, and I don't even care what they're going to report honestly. So we'll see what they report, but I care about the price action. So regardless of the earnings, if the price action stays like this and 50-day, you can see this yellow line on my chart. If it starts curling like this, like in 2021, this is setting up for a pretty epic move lower, and my price target is way down there. So 287, then I have 162, then I have 125, then I have gap fill area at 87. So all the way to those levels, I'm going to be watching this stock essentially. But again, this is not a buy or sell recommendation. I'm not advertising any position. I don't have a position, by the way. Again, I'm watching for this stock to crack to 200, stay below 200, and if it cannot capture or trades a few sessions below 200 and it's weak, I will look for some long dated spreads. But so far, yeah, I don't have a position. I'm not trading the stock, but I'm keeping an eye on this one. There are times I try, maybe I might try if it's going to present some opportunity, maybe like go in and out. But long term, yeah, I think I will let it crack in order to grab some long dated put spreads. But so far, that's my take. This is the update. It has been a while since we haven't talked about this name, but this is the new update for the stock. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace. This is not a buy or sell recommendation. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.